The full moon in Libra, time to create internal harmony in order to attract external fulfillment. Hello, beautiful people. Life can be a challenge, but at least we have each other. Yes, the full moon in Libra begins on April 5th and 6th, depending on where you live. So in the first part of this video, I'm gonna go over the 3 things that everyone should know about this full moon. Then I will go over how it will affect your individual sign. And all I ask in return is that you give that like button a little tap, a baby tap. Okay, no more wasting time. Let's go. This full moon in Libra takes place on Thursday, April 6th at 4:34 a.m. Universal Time, which will be 9:34 p.m. on Wednesday, April 5th if you are on Pacific Time, 12:34 a.m. on April 6th Eastern Standard Time, and for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, this will be at 3:34 p.m. on April 6th if you're in Sydney, Australia, and 6:34 a.m. on April 6th in Johannesburg, South Africa. So let's jump right into the 3 things you need to know in order to make the most of this energetic opening. Number 1, this full moon will bring the powerful energy of the number 5, the number 6, and the magical tarot energy of the Justice card. So for those of you living where the full moon takes place on the 5th, you can harness the power of the number 5, which in numerology represents freedom, curiosity, and change. So you can take this message of freedom and know that this is the time to break away from the relationships, from the thought patterns, or any behaviors that you may have. And then with a clean slate and renewed energy, you can step forward and explore new ideas and make different choices that will create the change necessary to put you on the path of your soul's mission. And for those of you that live where the full moon takes place on the 6th, you can harness the power of the number 6, which in numerology signifies and is strongly connected to Libra's ruling planet Venus. So this number 6 is reminding you that you are not meant to go on this journey alone. It is urging you to express yourself creatively, meaning trust your ideas, trust your instincts, and as you take action to bring these ideas into reality, it will be important for you to remember that by helping others and receiving help from others, that those relationships will play a major role in the manifesting of your vision. The Justice Tarot card is bringing you the message that you are co-creating with the universe, meaning when it comes to manifesting, if you do your part by embracing your imagination, which has the creative vision of what you want, then taking action in the direction of that vision while maintaining a mindset of belief in yourself and certainty in the outcome, then the universe can do its part by bringing the necessary people and the necessary circumstances your way to assist you and support you on your path to achieving your goals. Number 2. This full moon will be forming a challenging aspect with Mars in Cancer, an intensifying aspect with Jupiter in Aries, and a positive aspect with Pluto in Aquarius. So the moon's relationship with Mars, the planet of ambition, desire, and passion, will lend to a tendency to be much more reactive than usual. So with the full moon in Libra that is meant to be grounded in creating peaceful resolution, if a situation comes up where you find yourself feeling angry or you find yourself feeling hurt or frustrated, do not hold on to those feelings. Also, do not explode and allow those feelings to be the driving force for your actions. Instead, allow the feelings to be a window into what it is you really need from the situation. Once you establish what it is that you need, then communicate those needs and begin from that space. That way, any interaction will be rooted in resolution as opposed to conflict. And the moon's relationship with Jupiter will amplify any challenges that you have with self-control or addictive behavior. Jupiter will be in Aries, which is a fire energy rooted in the self. And Jupiter being ruled by Sagittarius is all about expansion. So this means that the energy of Jupiter will be bringing an amplified desire to attract and receive those things that you want for yourself, whether they are good for you or not. And the full moon in Libra is an energy that is meant to create an equal exchange of energy when it comes to what you share and what you receive. So it will be very important during this full moon energy. If you are finding yourself on the verge of doing something that isn't good for you, it will be important in that moment to look at the big picture. Think of the consequences and find a way to make sure that if you are receiving, that you are also sharing. This way you make a huge energetic shift that will result in more growth, in more abundance, and in more good fortune. And the moon's relationship with Pluto, the planet of transformation, destruction, and renewal, will lend to an energetic setup for deep psychological analysis and clarity. Now, this full moon will be a time that would be perfect for deep meditation sessions or therapy sessions or getting a reading of some sort, because this relationship with Pluto will allow you to explore every part of who you are, including the dark side, with an understanding that can lead to major growth and transformation. Number 3. The full moon in Libra will be working with the sun in Aries to assist you when it comes to fighting for what you believe in, while understanding there will always be outside circumstances that either support you or distract you. This is your time to release and overcome the distractions while embracing the support on your soul's mission. Now, if you want to check out the full moon ritual that will assist you in tapping into this power and optimizing the effects of the full moon, I have a video taking you through those steps that you can check out on my TikTok page, and I will make sure to put a link to that video in a pinned comment. Now, the effects of this full moon will be especially strong emotionally, with major possibilities for positive change for those of you that have a moon in Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And it will also be positive for those of you that have a moon in Leo or Sagittarius. It will be a positive opportunity for growth and change, but it may cause some serious emotional waves and potential challenges in your relationships if your moon is in Aries. And it will be a balancing energy with major transformative properties for those of you with a moon in Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio, or Pisces. And it will have the potential for positive change, yes, but it will also bring up some possible conflict, especially in your romantic relationships for those of you with a moon in Cancer or Capricorn. Now let's jump right into what this full moon will mean for your individual sign. Okay, my powerful Aries, this full moon energy will be in your 7th house. So Aries, during a 4-week period where you are meant to be focusing on you and having your rebirth, your solar return, a time of stepping into and beginning to define who you are at this point in your life, this full moon in Libra is coming along to remind you that one of the most important choices that you will ever make in life is who you decide to share your life with. So if you are single, don't be surprised if you have strong feelings that come up that lead to you questioning if you want a relationship. And if you do, what is it that a relationship truly means to you? And what do you want out of that relationship? And what is it that you can begin to do in order to manifest that connection? If those feelings come up, embrace them. Ask yourself the hard questions and be as honest with yourself as possible. This way you can absolutely begin to transform whatever energy necessary to let go of anything from the past that may be holding you back, and then embrace what is necessary to embrace in order to have the relationship in your life that you deserve. Now, if you are already in a relationship, it is very possible that you may find yourself having emotions around that relationship that lead you to analyzing it a bit more. And just in the same way that you're experiencing a rebirth, because it is your season and you want to make sure that the relationships in your life, and this means romantic relationships, family relationships, friendships, and even business relationships, at this place and time in your life, you want to make sure that you are not only receiving what it is that you need from these relationships, but that these relationships are also receiving from you what they need. And Aries, whatever situations come up during this time for you, make sure that you see it as an opportunity for clarity. Ask yourself, what does this mean for your life? And what can you do to improve upon and enrich this relationship? And just keep in mind that this could also mean deciding to let it go. One thing is for sure, this full moon energy will bring a depth of understanding that will lead to either a major deepening of the connections in your life, and it will also bring an opportunity for the necessary endings. Just know that this is all a part of the process during your season to make sure that you are stepping into the remainder of 2023 operating as your highest self with nothing holding you back and nothing holding you down. So embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon Aries. Okay, my powerful Taurus, this full moon energy will be in your 6th house. So Taurus, there are going to be 2 areas of your life that are coming into focus during this full moon energy. One is your work life, or more specifically, how you spend your day-to-day energy. And the other is going to be your health. Now, in terms of your work life, remember, this is the time of year, Aries season, where you are meant to start planting the seeds of intention for what you genuinely want to manifest for the rest of the year, and how you spend your days in terms of where your thoughts are, what activities you engage in, how you feel when you are working if you have a job, and just how you feel about what it is you do for a living overall. Everything is energy, and manifesting has so much to do with the idea of where you focus your energy. That's what's going to grow. So whatever you're doing on your day-to-day, just know that's what's going to continue to manifest in your life. So if you love your day-to-day life, great, keep doing what you are doing, and that day-to-day life will continue to grow in the direction that you are already existing in. But if you want change, you will have to start engaging in different activities and having different thoughts, which means putting your mental focus in different areas. Now, I know if you have a job, you can't just decide to stop doing that job or to stop thinking about it even, but outside of those hours that you spend working, you definitely have a choice of what you do with your time and what you do with your thoughts during that time. And just know any shift in terms of putting your energy into areas that you want to grow, that will begin to create the change that you are looking for. So if a situation comes up with you in work, where you are feeling frustrated, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to quit and just go get another job, but it does mean that there is an opportunity to address the issue and facilitate a change in the dynamic of your work situation. One thing is for sure, whatever you do during this full moon energy in terms of the changes that you make, this will be sure to stick, and it will be sure to set the stage for a nice manifesting boost when the new moon in Taurus comes around, which is going to be an amazing time for you. Now, when it comes to your health, Taurus, this is really the time to make any changes that you know you need to make. Aries season is in your 12th house, which is the time where you're meant to really assess your life. And this includes your inner world, which includes your health and your well-being. If there are any health issues you have been avoiding, avoid them no longer. Because when Taurus season comes around on April 20th, you want to be feeling as healthy and as inspired as possible. So taking initiative now will set you up to be in the exact right space for your solar return. Use this energy of healing, this resolving energy of the full moon in Libra to create change, to show yourself what you're capable of, so your season and the rest of 2023 will be all it can be. So embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon, Taurus. Okay, my powerful Geminis, this full moon energy will be in your 5th house. So Gemini, hopefully you have been feeling the positivity from Aries season, because this is an excellent time for you overall. Other than that Saturn shifting into Pisces situation, this Aries season has been bringing pretty strong energy your way, and this full moon in Libra is no different. Don't be surprised if you start to have a strong emotional surge regarding a child, if you are a parent, or regarding your romantic relationships. This is whether you have kids or not, because the 5th house relates to this area of your life, and this full moon can also have an influence on a creative project that you've been working on. So very true to your Gemini energy, this full moon will be bringing a lot of focus to many different areas of your life. Now, if it does relate to a child, it just means that an issue that you may have been dealing with in this area could find healing or resolution during this time. If this relates to a romantic relationship, this means that this full moon energy could reveal if the relationship that you are in is really the one for you. So be prepared for clarity in that area, Gemini, and clarity is always great. This clarity could come in the form of certain information being revealed, or it could come in the form of you two having an experience together that leads to deeper connection or that leads to disconnect. Now, if you are single and you've been looking for love, this could actually be a time where you realize what you can do to assist yourself in manifesting the relationship that you desire. That is, if you want a relationship. Now, this could be anything from changing the way you think about relationships, or forgiving something from the past, or healing some issue from the past or feelings from the past, where you can finally let go and release any negative energy around those experiences. Now, if this full moon relates to a creative project, then you can find that if there is something you've been working on or working towards, you will finally get an opening that will assist you in bringing this vision that you have for yourself into reality. This could also mean that if you've been working on something creatively, that you will complete it by the end of this full moon energy, and you will be ready to put it out into the world. And this also lends to the outcome of the releasing of this energy to be very positive. Remember, Gemini, 5 is the number of self-expression. It's the number of freedom and curiosity, and this will be amplified for those of you that live where the full moon will take place on the 5th. So if you see the number 5 a lot during this time, it is a message to open up, to express yourself, and make sure that you are enjoying the journey of your life. So any experiences that come up for you during this time, use these experiences as an indication of what your next steps should be. The more open and freedom you have about being authentically you, Gemini, the more the doors in your future will open, allowing for growth and opportunity. So above all else, Gemini, this full moon will be bringing clarity, but also it will bring a release of any heavy energy, so that way you can move forward feeling lighter, more optimistic, and ready to capitalize on what the rest of the year has in store for you. So embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon, Gemini. Okay, my powerful Cancerians, this full moon energy will be in your 4th house, which is the house that your sign rules, Cancer. So be ready for there to be a strong push and pull between your outer goals and your inner needs. Aries season is an excellent time for you when it comes to making headway in terms of achieving your professional goals. Not to mention, Mars, the planet of ambition and passion, is in your sign. So that also gives you a positive push when it comes to the energy that you have for manifesting your desires. But with all of this energetic output, it will be important for you not to forget your inner needs. So Cancers, this is the time where it is necessary for you to have a consistent schedule that includes the activities that you know work for you when it comes to balancing your overall energy, like meditating or journaling or praying or working out or taking a dance class even. Whatever those activities are, this full moon is urging you to make sure that they are part of your everyday life, because if they are not, this output of energy could easily cause an imbalance. And if there is an imbalance, then it amps up the probability of you coming up against a situation where your reactive nature will get the best of you. And everyone has a reactive nature. I'm not picking on Cancers out there. Even though I have Cancer in my chart in so many places, everyone has a reactive nature, meaning when any of us gets triggered, we have the part of us within that wants to act out based on whatever emotion we're feeling. And taking action when you're experiencing certain feelings is okay, but you want to take it from a place of awareness. You want to respond to circumstances in a way that is in your soul's best interest, as opposed to reacting in your ego's best interest. And it's very easy for your awareness to take a back seat if your personal energy is off balance. So keep that in mind. Now, this 4th house energy also relates to family. So if there has been any situation that feels unresolved with a family member, this full moon is the perfect time to address that situation with the likelihood of a favorable outcome. Just remember to approach the situation by asking yourself, what part did you play in the disconnect, and how can you make adjustments and changes moving forward to resolve the situation, while also sharing with the other person involved what it is that you're requesting from them in order to help not only resolve the situation, but to also maintain a positive momentum between the two of you moving forward. So Cancers, overall, this full moon is an excellent opportunity to make sure you can continue the year at a high level of output when it comes to manifesting your goals, because you are going to use this energy to make sure that you tend to your inner world, your internal energy, and your home base foundation when it comes to family and other relationships that need to be resolved, so you can move forward not carrying around any heaviness or any unresolved energy. So embrace this recalibrating, recharging energy, and happy full moon, Cancers. Okay, my powerful Leos, this full moon energy will be in your 3rd house. So Leo, this full moon could very well bring up a situation where your true thoughts will be put to the test. By this I mean, there may be a circumstance, whether it be with a friend, a family member, most likely a sibling if it is a family member, or a neighbor, or even a coworker, or a romantic relationship, where they may ask you your opinion about something, or you may have some information that you're not quite sure whether or not you should share with them because you feel like it may hurt their feelings, or you don't want to cause any unnecessary conflict. Now, this isn't one of those situations where it is information that you know they need to know and deserve to know, because in that sort of situation, you wouldn't even question it. You would just tell them. This is more where you may have an opinion that could be helpful, but for whatever reason, the pros of telling them do not outweigh the cons. If something like this comes up, just know that this is your opportunity to use that creative Leo nature of yours to get your point across. The thing is, you know that much of the time, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So this full moon in Libra in your 3rd house, the house of communication, is bringing you the opportunity to bring light to, or to even resolve an issue by finding the perfect way to communicate your point. As a Leo, you're a fixed sign. So you are an organizer. So you're great at solving problems. But as a fire sign, sometimes you can be a bit too direct. correct, and what you say could be taken the wrong way. Now, of course, if you have other signs in your chart that counterbalance this energy, you may be a bit more careful with your words, but generally speaking, the fire signs can be pretty blunt in their communication style. So if and when a situation comes up like this, just know that it will be an excellent opportunity for you to take your time and figure out the most productive way to share the information that you have. Full moons are all about healing and endings, making way for new beginnings. So this could very well be a time where the perfect conversation can lead to the healing that a relationship really needs in order for it to take a new shape and have a new, more connected path for the future. So overall, Leo, this full moon is about making sure that you are not holding on to certain feelings. It's about releasing and sharing your truth in the most productive way possible so you can step into the rest of 2023 feeling lighter, making sure not to carry any unresolved energy. So embrace this opportunity and happy full moon, Leo. Okay, my powerful Virgos, this full moon energy will be in your second house. Now Virgos, whenever the full moon is transiting the second house for any earth sign, it is definitely going to be a significant shift. And this is because the second house brings energy to your relationship with the material world and financial security. And earth signs relate to the material world in a way where their overall disposition is strongly connected to the state of their financial security. Meaning when you feel like you are in a strong state of financial flow and abundance, your overall disposition is in a very optimistic, positive state. However, when you feel like you are in an unstable financial situation, your overall disposition is in a more on edge and stressed out state. So Virgo, don't be surprised if during this full moon in Libra, you feel a strong surge of emotion connected to your financial stability and even your self-worth. Just know that if you have been considering making a big purchase, you're actually doing it at the right time because it's going to show that you're confident that the financial abundance is going to continue to flow. Also, if you're in any sort of relationship where someone is attempting to or is able to control you based on the fact that they're in a stronger financial situation than you are, or the other way around, if you're the one in a stronger financial situation which lends to you being a bit more controlling, then this situation is highly likely to reach a point of discourse, giving both of you the opportunity to shift the dynamic to become more balanced. Now, whether connected to a relationship or not, this full moon is bringing you the opportunity to improve your relationship with money, Virgo. The thing is, the amount of money that you manifest and your relationship with abundance has a strong connection with your self-worth. This is because what you manifest in the material world is a direct reflection to what is going on inside. If you are the type of person who says things like, well, money doesn't matter to me, or if you find yourself accepting less than you deserve in your relationships, you are giving the universe the message that you don't value yourself enough to ask for what you deserve. So the universe reflects that back to you with what you manifest in hopes that that lack will create motivation to change. Remember, the universe can only do for you what it can do through you. So what you believe and the actions that you take related to those beliefs, that's what you create in the physical world. So use this full moon energy to check in with yourself and honestly assess your self-worth and ask yourself, do your actions match what you believe about yourself? And then make adjustments accordingly. Because the moment you begin to have a stronger balance of give and take in your life, where you're receiving in your relationships as much as you are giving, and you are also giving as much as you are receiving, and you're willing to ask for what you desire and you deserve, that is when the floodgates of abundance will begin to open up for you. And this full moon in Libra is bringing awareness to how important that balance is. So this is an excellent opportunity for you. So embrace this energetic opening, Virgo, and happy full moon. Okay, my powerful Libras, this full moon energy will be in your first house. So Libra, this is going to be a very welcomed energy for you, because if you've watched my Aries season video, you know that during the 4 weeks of Aries season, your Libra energy gets diminished because Aries is the polar opposite energy to your Libra energy. So you've been operating much more from the other signs in your chart. Now this full moon will begin the phase of you starting to feel like that Libra energy is beginning to return. So don't be surprised if you find yourself turning a major corner when it comes to either your professional life or your personal life, or maybe even both. This could be you deciding to make a major change in terms of what you do for a living, or take a major step forward in that area of your life because a new opportunity has shown up for you. Or if this manifests in your personal life, this could mean reconnecting with a certain relationship or establishing a new relationship that could really prove to have a major significance in the way that the rest of 2023 plays out for you. You will also be seeing yourself in a new light, which will bring more clarity to the vision that you have for yourself for this year. Now, if you've been unsure about what it is that you do want to manifest for this year, this full moon will bring that clarity of vision and the connected confidence and optimism that comes when you do know exactly what you want. Now, Libras get a bad rap for being indecisive, but the truth is, as an air sign, you know that there are many paths to take, many options to take, many different ways to go about navigating your life path. And you are very intellectual in the way that you analyze and determine your best move. So it may take you a while to make a decision, but it is less because you are so indecisive and more because you are just weighing all of the options until you come to what you believe to be the smartest conclusion. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you can get lost in the process when you allow fear or doubt to have a voice. However, this full moon in your first house will be a time where that voice of doubt will have very little power because the first house is the house of self. So you will have a much easier time connecting to that inner voice of truth and that voice of confidence that comes from having certainty in who you are. So be prepared, Libra, to make a major shift during this time that will lead to a very positive opening that will put you on an exciting trajectory for the remainder of 2023. This is your time to begin stepping into your greatness, Libra. Aries season is a time for planting very significant seeds of intention for everyone, and this full moon is an incredible opportunity for you to know what you want and how to go about getting it. So embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon, Libra. Okay, my powerful Scorpios, this full moon energy will be in your 12th house. So Scorpio, if someone has been keeping something from you, or you have been keeping something from someone else, it is very likely that this information is going to be revealed during this full moon energy. The 12th house ignites our subconscious mind. So this is also a time where if there's any goal or project that you have been putting off or putting on hold up until this point in the year, you will find that you are suddenly very clear on exactly what steps you need to take in order to bring this vision to life. This will also be an excellent time to keep a dream journal because this spark of your subconscious mind could lead to your dreams being much more vivid and for more information to come to you through your dreams. Now, your intuition is also going to be very heightened. And as a Scorpio, you already naturally have a very strong connection to your intuition, but just know that during this time, that connection will be increased. So you want to make sure now more than ever that you are trusting your instinct, Scorpio. The sun has the energy focused on your 6th house, which is the house of work and the house of health and daily routines and your overall well-being, which requires a lot of energetic output on your part. So during this full moon energy, if you feel the need to retreat a bit and recharge, follow your instinct and take that time out for yourself. When you decide to give something your focus, Scorpio, you go all in. You are a sign of extremes. So if you've been feeling depleted, either physically or emotionally lately, that is a signal for you to go within and really remind yourself of what it is that you truly want. What are the things that you know truly bring you happiness, and then begin on the path in the direction of those things. Making sure that you are aware of your thoughts and understanding that any negativity or pessimistic thinking weighs very heavy on your overall disposition. So it is time to use the energy of this full moon to tap into that part of you that can be very optimistic, but it will require forgiving some people and some circumstances from your past. Remember, full moons are all about healing. So this is a time to also forgive yourself for any choices that you feel like you may have made in your past that were not in your soul's best interest. Release that energy, Scorpio. Release and renew is your theme for the full moon, while making sure that you go into the depths of your secret self. So that way, when you emerge on the other side of this full moon energy, you feel a renewed you. The next full moon is in your sign, and you want to make sure that you are not carrying any unnecessary heaviness prior to that full moon, so that way you can ignite a new exciting chapter for yourself and move forward throughout the rest of 2023 with that confidence. Your sign is the sign of death and rebirth. So this is an opportunity to put the energy of your past to rest and give way to a new light from within that will guide you on your mission to achieving fulfillment. Now, this is going to be an intense and exciting full moon for you, Scorpio, so embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon. Okay, my powerful Sagittarians, this full moon energy will be in your 11th house. So this isn't going to be one of those full moons that's very heavy or intense. It's much more about you getting very clear when it comes to certain friendship connections in your life, and also when it comes to certain goals or dreams that you have had in the past and maybe still have at present that you have not yet achieved or fulfilled. So let's first talk about the energy with a friend or with friends. If there is a connection that may have broken down because of a specific situation, or maybe just because one or both of you has changed and that change has caused the two of you to grow apart, this full moon is bringing the opportunity for healing that situation. This could mean that you finally realize that it's time to just let the friendship go, or it could mean that you realize that you don't want to let the connection go and that this person and their friendship mean enough to you for you to not give up on it. So you make the decision to reach out and communicate and attempt to resolve the connection. Just know that either way, this full moon energy is supportive of a positive outcome, meaning if you do decide that it's time to let the friendship go, there will be peace in that decision where you can wish them well and move on with your life. And also, if you decide that communication is the route that you want to take, then make sure to use the Libra energy of the full moon and approach the situation from a standpoint of what it is that you need in order to feel better about the friendship, and also giving focus to what it is that they need in order to feel better about the friendship. Because if both of you are willing to work on sharing what the other person needs, that will result in both of you giving energy to the healing of the relationship, and both of you giving energy to reconnecting, and both of you being supportive of a renewed understanding of the friendship. This way you can let go of any drama of the past and move forward. Now, if the full moon energy manifests relative to dreams that you have that have been unfulfilled, just know that this full moon energy will assist you in determining if this goal or dream is something that you still actually want, or if it's just something that you're holding on to because the idea is exciting, but you truly know at the deepest part of who you are that it is not what you really want. Now, if this is the case, this is the time to release it and move forward. If this isn't the case, and you know that you really want this with every fiber of who you are, then this full moon is the energetic shift that is perfect for reigniting this desire and going after it in a different way, with a different perspective. This way you will get different results. So overall, Sagittarius, this full moon in Libra is an incredible time to let go of outdated relationships, of outdated dreams, and make way for new friendship dynamics and renewed dreams and aspirations. This way you can step into the remainder of 2023 knowing what you want and why you want it, with the certainty that you are going to get it. So enjoy this shift into clarity and ambition, and embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon. Okay, my powerful Capricorns, this full moon energy will be in your 10th house, which is the house that Capricorns rule. So this full moon can be a major shift when it comes to your world of work and your public perception. Now, I say this all the time because as a Capricorn, I am sure you are tired of constantly being associated with work and money, because that is not at all the completeness of who you are or what you focus on totally. But each sign does have a natural inclination and a gift actually in certain areas of life, and those certain areas are represented by the houses. And Capricorn does have a gift when it comes to doing well in that world of work and public standing, because they have discipline, they have consistency, they have patience, and the understanding of what is important and what isn't, that really lends to success in this area. So why not embrace that fact, Capricorn, and capitalize on it? And the reason why I'm saying this is because this full moon transiting your 10th house is giving you the opportunity to make sure that the balance of your personal life and your professional life is in a healthy place, which is necessary for both areas to thrive. And you also have the opportunity to get some serious clarity regarding what you do for a living and why you do it. In terms terms of if you want to keep doing it, and if you do, how to build upon that. And if you don't want to be on the same path professionally any longer, this full moon will also bring you clarity in terms of what it is that you do want and how to put the wheels into motion in terms of how to manifest that life for yourself. Remember, Aries season is the time for planting the seeds of intention for the remainder of the year. So now is the time to use the Aries sun to create a strong home base and foundation for yourself, because the Aries sun is in your 4th house. And if you watched my Aries season video, you're already aware of this. And on the opposing side of that sun will be the full moon in Libra, which will give you the chance to release any past disappointment, confusion, or frustration related to your career and make way for a new chapter when it comes to that part of your life. So get clear on your goals for 2023, Capricorn, when it comes to this area of your life. Do it now and start putting those wheels into motion, because by doing it now, you really amp up the probability and likelihood of success. Just know if you have been working on something for a while, this full moon will be the time where it will be completed and the momentum of success will follow. And also know that ready or not, it is more than likely in some way that you will be called upon to step into the spotlight and receive the rewards for all of your hard work. Now, this is divine timing, Capricorn, so keep your awareness heightened for any opportunities that come up. Keep your energy levels heightened so you can output the necessary focus and action to optimize success, and keep your thoughts supportive of this success. This is an excellent time to make some major headway. Now, I know the Aries sun is giving you that push to retreat a bit and work on that home foundation, which is great, but this is the time to show yourself that you know how to balance that energy with the energy of your outer professional world. That is when the magic happens. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Capricorn. Okay, my powerful Aquarians, this full moon energy will be in your 9th house. So Aquarius, be ready to do what you do best. Question everything. This full moon is going to be a time where you begin to ask yourself, what is it all about? And it will actually be an enjoyable process finding the answer. This is because this question is not going to come from a place of unhappiness. It's going to come from a place of curiosity and a desire for perspective. As an Aquarius, you don't like to take anything at face value. You always want to go deeper. You want to find out the why of the important things. Small trivial things you don't waste your time trying to deconstruct. You're a big picture thinker and you don't want to be bothered with nonsense. But questions like, what is the meaning of life? Well, that really gets you excited and motivated. So just know this is that time of year where you are meant to explore what is at the root of your motivation, and not for your entire life, but for your life in 2023. Ask yourself what it is that you want, why you want it, and are you playing the part of supporting yourself and your dreams, or do you get in your own way at times? Exploring these questions and embracing the answers, that is what is going to put you on the right path moving forward during the rest of this year. Now remember, Aries season is an extremely important time of year for manifesting, and the Aries sun is in your 3rd house. So more than likely when you're watching this video, you will have been experiencing a time period where you've been pretty busy, where you've been taking on a lot and doing your best to tend to your day-to-day responsibilities. So this is the perfect time to use the full moon in Libra energy to look at all that you have been doing so you can uncover for yourself if all of the activities that you consistently engage in are supporting your overall goal and your overall vision. And are they connected to your truth? And if they aren't, then this full moon in Libra will assist you, Aquarius, in deciding what changes need to be made in order to make sure that your day-to-day activities do connect to your truth. And this involves making sure that the relationships in your life, the people and places that you give your energy to, making sure that all of those things all reciprocate the energy that you give to them in terms of giving you the fulfillment and enjoyment that you deserve. So now is the perfect time for clarity, Aquarius, to have those big questions answered so you can make sure and move forward through the rest of 2023 with clarity of intention, with excitement, with optimism and success. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Aquarius. Okay, my powerful Pisces, this full moon energy will be in your 8th house. So Pisces, get ready for some serious realizations, and don't worry, this isn't in a way that is really heavy at all. It's more in a way that will be extremely empowering. This 8th house full moon transit will reveal to you all of the baggage that you may be carrying around that is not yours. By this I mean you are a very compassionate energy, and you can tend to take on other people's drama and their energy in an attempt to be supportive and helpful, without realizing that by taking on their heaviness, you are not only only distracting yourself from tending to your own practical needs, but that you are also dimming your own light, leading to an outlook that is more pessimistic. And a more pessimistic outlook leads to a situation where you are less capable of manifesting. So this is the time of year, and this works really well with that Saturn energy that just shifted into Pisces. This is that time of year where you are meant to open up to the understanding that it is absolutely a beautiful thing when you help someone, but that is only when they are also doing everything in their power to help themselves. And you definitely know the difference. Assisting someone is productive and it results in a resolution where the person can then move forward empowered. However, taking on someone's issues is when you jump into their situation and you do your best to help them, but they aren't doing everything in their power to help themselves. And now, as a result, there really is no resolution reached, and you find yourself engaged in an ongoing saga with no light at the end of the tunnel. So Pisces, you know Libra is the sign of equilibrium and peace. And in order for your internal energy to be peaceful, which will then be powerful, you have to make a deal with yourself to continue to be the helpful soul that you are, but only with people who also help themselves. And above all else, make sure that all of the relationships, all of the activities, and anywhere else that you put your focus is reciprocating the energy that you're giving right back to you. This way, wherever there is output, there is input, because this will put you in a position where you then are operating with optimism and feeling the love and support that you deserve, because when you are operating from that energetic place, you are an incredible manifester. And Aries season, as I said in my Aries season video, is an extremely important time for manifesting, because this is the seed planting phase. So you want to implement those changes now, so that way the seeds that you do plant will be in healthy, supported, light-filled soil, which will result in the remainder of 2023 being filled with a momentum of success and enjoyment. Now, this is going to be an incredible time of shedding your past and evolving every step of the way into your future while being able to truly enjoy your present, Pisces. So keep your awareness open for the circumstances that come up during this time, because they will act as a window into what you might be carrying that isn't yours. Now, this is going to be an incredibly enlightening time for you, Pisces, and a liberating time for you. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Pisces. Okay, so there you have it. The top 3 things you need to know about this full moon in Libra, along with some insight into how your sign can make the most of this full moon energy. I hope you all enjoyed the information. If you did, please don't forget the baby tap. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and hang out with me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.